From Nutrien Ag Solutions, I'm Senior Meteorologist Andrew Pritchard with your Canadian Prairie weather story for Monday, July 10th, 2023. I tried to record that intro so many times that all of those words started to lose meaning to me here, but we got through it. I want to mention here as we get started that I am going to be having a bit of a weird schedule next week. I'm going to be in Canada on the Prairie at Ag in Motion in Saskatoon from Monday through Thursday. I'll be arriving midday Monday and then actually flying out Friday morning, but I will be at the event every day. I'll be talking weather during the afternoon and during our evening dinners there, but if you're headed to Ag in Motion, let me know. I will be in the Prairie for the first time. I've been doing the weather up there for about 5 years now, finally going to set foot on the Prairie, so maybe I'll dial in a thunderstorm or two in Saskatoon, but I'm flying out Monday. And so it's going to be tough for me to get out my normal forecast content on Monday. So it may end up being that I push the content to Monday night or maybe Tuesday morning as I get settled into the hotel there. So just a little bit of a heads up to let you know that a week from today, the video may not come out Monday morning, but then also I'll be in the area. So if you are in the area in Saskatoon next week, I don't want to miss out on getting to say hey. Let's talk about the weather though. Let's look at the satellite loop here as we get started on Monday morning. A couple interesting things to point out. First, big area of low pressure, kind of an upper level low that's situated over Ontario. It's going to continue to spin over that area for much of the next 4 to 5 days, and that means that our pattern doesn't really change much over the next 4 to 5 days. Now, as I zoom in, we can see a couple other things. First of all, we've got some thunderstorms popping up here across portions of north central Alberta. Here is the big upper level low continuing to spin, and pulling in behind it is a whole lot of wildfire smoke. You can kind of see it there, the more faint, wispy returns being picked up there as the sun comes up and we switch over to the visible look right there. So we'll talk about a couple of those things. First, the thunderstorms that we have ongoing. This is pretty well north of much of the Prairie here in north central Alberta. We're talking about areas north and east of Edmonton, anywhere from St. Paul all the way up to the Slave Lake area. And then we're talking about over toward Peace River, north of Peace River, well up Highway 35. We've got some thunderstorms and then some showers and storms over the mountainous regions of British Columbia as well. This thunderstorm activity, albeit fairly intense, not really moving all that much. So Peace River, this is not really headed your area, but you do have showers and storms in the forecast for the next 24 to 48 hours, a couple of which could be severe. We're talking about a low risk here for some strong storms later on today from Grand Prairie down to Calgary, and then just west of the Medicine Hat area. That's going to be the most likely area to see a couple storms, maybe producing some large hail, some gusty winds, and then we cannot rule out an isolated tornado or two. That is a fairly low risk today, though. We'll talk about the current fire hotspots, a lot of them across British Columbia and portions of northern Alberta. So if you remember that area of low pressure kind of situated right here, the flow coming around that area of low pressure, grabbing all of the smoke from these fires. We can take a look at the jet stream winds. Here's that upper level low. So if we have a lot of fires ongoing in this region, those jet stream winds doing something like this, that is the perfect recipe to take a lot of smoke and funnel it across the Prairie and then into parts of the northern plains, North Dakota, northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, parts of northeastern Montana. We're dealing with a lot of that smoke, and then it's going to be especially thick across portions of British Columbia, a large swath of Alberta, down into southwestern Saskatchewan is where that smoke is going to be most thick across the Prairie into the northern plains of the U.S. Now that fire risk is going to start to peel back as we bring some showers and storms into this region right here. So that is some good news. It's of course going to be an ongoing issue through the summer, but anytime we can bring a little bit of moisture, some cloud cover, and then maybe some cooler temperatures into the region, that is good news. We'll look at the forecast then for precipitation. This will take us through Thursday afternoon. We can see that chance for showers and storms greatest across portions of Alberta and southwestern Saskatchewan, and then all the way off to portions of northern Manitoba and across Ontario. We'll see those periodic showers and storms. Let me go ahead and slow this down. We'll look at it day by day. Bringing it back to Monday. Again, we head into the afternoon and evening. We've got an area of low pressure, kind of a subtle little area of low pressure right here. The main upper level low well off to the east of this, but again the flow kind of comes around that upper level low, and sometimes we get a little disturbance to come off the mountains, and then we'll kind of flip that down into the northern plains and ultimately into the Midwest US, where we're finally starting to kind of break the drought we saw down where I live in Illinois. So this is late Monday afternoon into the evening hours. Thunderstorms possible. Again, from Grand Prairie all the way down into southern Alberta. Calgary could maybe see some intense storms, some locally heavy rainfall probably this evening tonight into perhaps tomorrow morning. This would be your Tuesday evening thunderstorm chances. Again, pretty low end across Alberta, but still could see some showers across the region. The most likely area to see some thunderstorms would be kind of along the border of Saskatchewan, Montana, North Dakota, and then Manitoba. Drawing a blank on some of those locations here, having quite the Monday morning. We'll move this on into Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning. The risk for showers and storms continues to fall as we head deeper into the week. We're pulling a lot of dry air around the backside of this upper level low. I'll show you that on one of our animations here in just a moment. But this kind of tells the story through much of the week. Again, that early week chance for some showers and storms and maybe some locally heavy rainfall in the Calgary area. And then we've got the showers and storms continuing kind of Tuesday into early Wednesday as that little disturbance is kind of flung around by that upper level low. And then near the upper level low, where we have some lift there and some moisture, that's where you could see more in the way of showers, maybe a few thunderstorms. This is well north of the Prairie across portions of northern Manitoba, though. And then between that, a lot of dry air coming in. This is what that would look like as we take this through the next, this is the European model, the next 4 days on the left, and then through the entire next week on the right, so the next 7 days. So a good agreement here with the NAM model, which I just showed you, with the showers and storms across western and southern Alberta, the chance for some locally heavy rainfall in the Calgary area, and then the showers and storms continuing Tuesday and Wednesday off to the south and east. And then here's your upper level low, showers across this region. Again, this taking it through midday Thursday. Then we'll take it through the entire weekend. Again, we'll start to see more scattered showers and storms returning to the same regions across Alberta and southwestern Saskatchewan. We'll continue to stack up some showers, maybe some embedded thunderstorms where that upper level low continues to spin across northern Alberta. And then in between that, not entirely dry, although a lot of regions will be dry through the next 7 days, but still can't rule out some isolated to scattered showers and storms across this region. Now here's, as promised, a look at the moisture. We're looking at precipitable water, so this is telling us how much moisture is in the atmosphere. Kind of if you look straight up, how much moisture, could you wring out in the form of precipitation? And so starting off on Monday morning, here's your upper level low right there. A lot of dry air spinning around with that. Again, we know we have a subtle little disturbance in this region, and so we've got flow coming around and up against the mountains here where we have that little ribbon of moisture. So that is why over the next several days, the moisture highest there, upper level lift, not highest there, would be highest here, but we have some of that, and so we'll focus that shower and thunderstorm activity across this region. Now let me animate this, and you'll see again the pattern doesn't change that much. This is Tuesday, getting into Wednesday. Here comes another shot of that dry air as we get into the mid and late part of the week across the Prairie. So we really kind of keep the pattern doing the same thing. The upper level low spins to the east. Periodically, we get little disturbances coming from the mountains, flinging it down into the northern plains. We call those ridge riders. They ride over the ridge across the western U.S. Here's your Monday forecast. Again, we're going to take it a little longer with the European model. The upper level low here. We get a front kind of trailing back this direction. At times, we get little disturbances that kind of ride along that front, riding those jet stream winds. So here's your Monday. Here's your Tuesday. Chance for showers and storms continues across this region. We'll then get into Wednesday. This is now Thursday when we start to kind of quiet down, still keeping showers and storms in the same area, but I think a little bit less coverage, and the heavy rainfall in the Calgary area going to be focused mostly on the first half of the week here. As we get into the weekend, the same pattern continues. Showers and storms in the same area. That upper low continues to spin. These typically not really handled well as we get beyond days 5, how this is going to kind of wobble around. But really my point is, as we go through much of the next 5, 6, maybe the next 7 days, the pattern continues to focus the best chance for heavier showers and storms right in this region. And then where the upper level low spins, you've got the chance for kind of that gloomier, lighter rain. So you're not getting heavy thunderstorms, you're not stacking up the heavy rainfall, but that daily chance for light rain continues. And then in between that, can't rule out some showers and storms, but by and large, you're kind of just in the middle. So you're going to have that lower chance, less frequent showers and storms and lower precipitation totals there. So This is looking at the probability of picking up half an inch or more of rainfall over the next 7 days. Same areas highlighted. This is where we'll see that greatest chance for heavier showers and thunderstorms, the periodic risk for some strong storms, again from northern British Columbia. And then this goes through Alberta and then into southwestern Saskatchewan, continues off into the Midwest of the United States. And then here's where the upper level low spins. You get frequent light rainfall across this region. Then in between that, we're just simply missing out. So can't rule out a couple showers and storms in that area. That area being central Saskatchewan into southern Manitoba, southeastern Saskatchewan, but it's largely looking like a dry next 7 days for you. Temperatures largely going to be cooler in the east where we have the upper level low spinning, warmer in the west. What does that actually translate to? Well, in Calgary, we do get a shot of cooler air here with this front kind of sinking south of the region. So 26 today, a stormy next 24 to 48 hours, a high of 18 tomorrow, mid-20s, kind of low to mid-20s through the rest of the week. Edmonton, similar story here, not quite so dramatically cooler tomorrow, 24 today, 22 tomorrow, low to mid-20s continue through the work week. This would be the look here in Saskatoon, a weird paste job there. You can ignore the numbers in the background. Here's Regina, 22 today, 17 to tomorrow, 23 on Wednesday, 25 on Thursday. And then Winnipeg, you're warming up here, a little cooler today, 19 all the way up to 26 on Thursday, likely looking at another shot of cooler air if that upper low continues to sink south. We're going to turn a little bit cooler, cloudier, and rainier in the Winnipeg area late week, potentially. So once again, next Monday, probably not going to have a video for you early Monday morning. I will be flying to Saskatoon. Maybe look for the video Monday night, Tuesday morning, and then if you're headed to Ag in Motion, I will see you there. Have a great Monday and a wonderful week.